What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Awesome Nerd Show. I am Zeo, and today we've got the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Wave 6, and again another great wave of the Lightning Collection figures. So I bought these off of Amazon, so that's where I was able to get them. And in the set we've got the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Black Ranger, which is pretty cool, just getting our basic Black Ranger. And then a different version of Goldar without his wings and everything, and a little bit different looking design, so we'll compare that with the other one. And then we also get in the set the Red Zeo Ranger, which of course is one of my favorites. So again, another Tommy when he was the Red Zeo Ranger, and then we got the In Space Yellow Ranger, which again is cool to start off our in-space characters. So overall, I'm pretty excited with this wave. We got 4 great characters I'm happy about. So obviously we've had Goldar before, so this is a little bit different. And then we've had the Black Ranger before with the dragon shield on and everything. So again, just having a basic one is pretty cool as well. And then of course the 2 new additions, which I'm super excited about having both of those. But let me go ahead and open these figures and we'll check each of them out. And we're starting off with the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger Black Ranger. And again, it's nice to just have the Black Ranger without all the dragon shield and everything on, just your basic Black Ranger. And so it's pretty cool, but again, just basic for Power Ranger. If we look at the helmet there, you can see the black helmet there, but it has the Mastodon design on it. So that's the 2 golden eyes there at the top, the trunk coming down, the 2 tusks coming around to the face, and of course the mouth and the visor there as usual. He's just in the black Power Ranger costume. Of course, has the same diamonds as all the other ones there on his chest. The white gloves with the black diamond design, the white belt with the Morpher on there with the Mastodon logo, which looks pretty good, and the holster coming off of it, and the white boots with the black diamond design as well. So again, with Power Rangers, you don't get a whole lot of details in the Rangers because they're all just pretty basic. Just the colors change up each time, but it looks pretty good overall. I think this looks really good. I don't really see any major issues going along with him. A little bit of like paint, you know, not being perfect, especially like there on the Morpher, but I don't really notice anything major going on anywhere else in him except for that some of the white on this one for some reason has some yellowing to it, and so I just got this, so it's not like I've had it for a while and it's set in the sun or anything, but it has some yellowing tint to a bunch of the white, so I don't like that too much, but I guess there's nothing I can really do about that. So for his movements though, his head there can twist all the way around, he can look down and he can look up, so pretty decent. His shoulders do come up a little over 90 degrees there, and they do have the butterfly joints. They can move back and forth there, and of course rotate around. But then we've got the bicep twist and a double elbow joint that comes up that far, and then the wrist can twist around and flex. Then he's got an ab crunch there that can crunch forward and crunch back, and it's also where he twists, so he can twist all the way around. And then he's got the lower crunch, so he can crunch really far forward, really far back, so pretty decent with their double crunches. His thighs come up 90 degrees there, so pretty good, and out to the side that far. Then he's got the thigh twist and a double knee joint that comes up that far. He can almost kick his butt. Then he has the shin twist right at the top of the boot there, and the foot flexes back and forth and twists side to side. So a pretty standard Lightning Collection figure, but he comes with a bunch of accessories. So first off, we have the Blade Blaster. So he has the one in the gun form here, which again is pretty standard for the Mighty Morphin, so you can take and put that into the holster. But what seems new to me, at least I don't remember them coming with it, is he has it in the blade form as well. So it's pretty cool. His Blade Blaster there within, of course, the blade folded up, so you can obviously stick that into the holster, but you got to be careful, of course, then not to like break the blade off or anything. But it's pretty cool that they come with it. I think this is the first Lightning Collection that's come with it, so that's pretty cool. You can put it into his hand, and you know he has like a little sword there. And speaking of, he has 2 grip hands, but he does also come with 2 fist hands, and again these have like that yellowing color to him as well, so that's annoying. He comes with an unmasked head, so we got that here of Walter Jones. Again, doesn't look too good, but doesn't look horrible. Like I can kind of see his face in like certain angles and stuff, but again still doesn't look that good. But you can see he has the hair design with kind of like the dreadlocks there, almost in like a bowl cut design, and has the earring there in his ear, so not too bad. But again, I don't like the unmasked head, so I'm not going to worry about it. And finally, he comes with the Power Axe, which of course is the big important thing with this. So again, normal Power Axe, we've had like 3 of these so far, one with the Black Ranger with the dragon shield, and then also we got one in the 2-pack that came with the whole power blaster, so that's pretty cool. We got another one though, so you can use it in gun form or in axe form. So in gun form, you just take and slide this up, so it then becomes, you know, like a thing, like a shotgun, it's like type thing, so you can lock it in there. So there's the gun form, or if you want it in the axe form, you just put it in his hand like that, but we'll go ahead and just put it in the gun form. So there we got the Power Axe there in his hand for the gun form. And speaking of with it being the gun form, we also get the Hasbro effect here of the blast coming out of it, so you just take and slide that onto the end there. I think this is a pretty cool one. It is a little different color than the one we got in the past, but it's a nice like purplish pink color. It has this big like plume here on the bottom of it, and then the actual like thing shooting out with the swirl and everything, so it looks pretty cool. But it's a nice pink color, it has some sparkles into it and everything, so I guess that's pretty cool. But there he's shooting out the gun, so I think that looks awesome. And of course, just so you can see the difference, here is the one with the dragon shield on it, so you can see exact same figure, just obviously without the dragon shield and the gold bands. And next up we've got Goldar. So again, this is our second version of Goldar, and he's been updated just a little bit. There's nothing too drastic going on, they just made a few little changes to him. But of course we got normal Goldar with like his weird whatever monkey or whatever kind of creature he is, with his face there, the blue, he's got the red eyes, his teeth are showing, he's got the weird gold thing there on his chin, his weird little tails of like hair or whatever coming down the front with some spikes on them. And around on the back there you can see like the hair. Of course, gold helmet on, all gold armor with all the little jewels of green and red into him. And you can see his midsection there, that's all red, so it kind of looks like muscles. And then going down his knees, he has the red details there on his knees, and then down to his toes we got the 2 toes in the front and then the little spikes on the back there. And again, just all armored up in gold. For his moves though, his head can move just a little bit again because the hair stuff doesn't really move too much. But you can look down and up again, just barely any movements. His shoulders do come up 90 degrees and has a butterfly joint there and can rotate around within the armor. It is a soft plastic, so you can move it around in there. But he's got the bicep twist and a double elbow joint that bends up about that far. It's about 45 degrees, so not too much farther than that. And then the wrist can twist around and flex. And just like the Black Rangers, he has the same sort of ab crunch. So he has the upper crunch up in there and then the lower crunch, which is what you can see more there. So crunching, he can crunch forward and back. So he's got pretty decent movements altogether. And then he has the twist up in that upper one as well. His legs come up about 90 degrees there, out to the side about that far. He's got the thigh twist and a double knee joint that comes up that far. And then his foot at the bottom can flex back and forth there and can twist side to side. And so if you didn't notice it there, one of the big differences with this Goldar is that he doesn't have his wings on the back. So he just has these little tiny stubs, which I do believe are just his wings all folded up and stuff there sitting on his back. So instead of the big giant wings, which I know for like putting on my display and stuff, the wings are big and like they keep like drooping down and pull him down backwards. So with that, he stands up a whole lot easier, and then they don't take up nearly as much room and everything. And also on the back he has his tail. I forgot about that. So that's really nice that he comes with that. So I thought maybe he just didn't have wings at all, because I know like in the explosion of the command center at the beginning of the Zeo, he ended up losing his wings, but he ended up getting them back later in the season. So I thought maybe he just wouldn't have the wings and this would be like the Zeo Goldar, but he has those little tiny like folded up wings there. And another difference is the gold of his body. So it's not too drastically different. And just for that, we will bring in the older ones. So there you can see the wings sticking out there in the back, and you can see the wings design pretty similar to those things he's got there. So it just looks like that all folded up. But you can see there is a little bit different of color design. I thought maybe overall the gold was different, but it is pretty much the same. The only difference is that this is gold, like unlike his outer armor pieces, is more like a gold wash, where like this one here, it's just kind of like a solid gold paint all over it. This one is more of a gold wash, so it seems like more natural. I think this one does look overall just a little bit better, and it's more up on like his chest, where compared to this one, it's just like there, but the chest is all open, and then like the feet don't have any paint, so it's like they kind of messed up with this one. They just didn't paint like half of the gold, so that's kind of funny, but I think it looks overall just better. I thought they changed a lot more, but it's just very minor changes. So overall it's pretty much just the gold of the armor and then the wings. So this Goldar comes with some additional hands. So he's got 2 grip hands there, and then he has a fist hand and a grasping hand, and then he comes with his golden sword. So he has the golden sword here. It's just a nice all silver color sword, but here on the hilt it's got some gold painted onto it, and then a nice red jewel there in the center of it. So if you didn't notice on that old Goldar too, his sword is pretty much the same, it just doesn't have that gold paint on it, so they added the gold into there as well. So that's pretty cool, I think. And the designs overall a little bit different. These look almost like heads of like dragons or something, and this just looks like weird like wrappings and everything. And then the handles are a little bit different. I definitely like the new upgraded sword. And then of course it comes with a Hasbro effect that can slide onto, so you just take and slide the sword up through there. And so we got this flame effect going on. That could be his flame blast that he shoots off of his sword, so we can just go ahead and stick that into his hand. So there we go, we got Goldar there with his effect going on, and he's ready to kick some Power Rangers. But so I really enjoy this Goldar. I didn't think it'd be much of like to, you know, just buy a whole nother Goldar, but I think the changes are different enough, and I think he looks so much better that I'm glad that they did do the changes. And next up we've got the Zeo Red Ranger, again another Tommy figure, and of course I love Zeo and the Red Ranger's my favorite, so I'm so happy to finally get this figure. But he looks pretty cool overall. Again, same basic Zeo outfit with the spandex all in one color, so in this case red. He has the helmet on there that's just the all red helmet with the star logo on this one for Zeo Red 5, and so the visor's the star logo there, which looks cool. The Zeo helmets always look really weird just because the way they're designed, trying to get the shapes fit in there, but that looks kind of funny. But it's got the mouth down there, and then he's got like the collar piece on here, so has the gold up there around the neck, the nice wide brim in white, and then the gold there on the chest. He's then got white gloves with the gold on the top of them, a gold belt there with the Zeo logos there on him of all the shapes, and then of course 2 holsters there on the sides, and then the white boots with the gold ring around the top. So overall I think looks pretty good for his movement. So his head can twist all the way around there. He can can look down and look up, so pretty decent. His shoulders come up 90 degrees or maybe a little over there with the butterfly, and of course the rotation. He's got the bicep twist and a double elbow joint that comes up that far, and the wrist can twist around, and it should have a flex and it's back and forth like up and down, but the way it's designed you can't really move the hand at all. He then has the upper crunch with the twist, the lower crunch there, so really good movements. Hips up 90 degrees, thigh twist, double knee joint up that far. He can kick his own butt. Shin twist right at the top of the boot, and then the foot flexes back and forth and twists side to side. For accessories, he has 2 grip hands, so he comes with 2 fist hands there, so again, nothing too interesting. He comes with an unmasked face, so again, it's supposed to be Tommy Oliver once again, but again, I don't think they did a very good job. I think this one looks even worse compared to like the White Ranger and everything. So they gave him his long hair though, so he has like the ponytail there in the back, the shaved sides of the head, the earring and everything, but the face does not look like Tommy Oliver at all to me. I think it looks like someone else. It looks almost like his brother, so I don't know why they made it look so weird and everything, but again, I don't care about the unmasked heads. But he comes with some weapons. So first off, he has the laser pistol here, so pretty cool looking pistol there. I always think looks like a water gun or something with the red on the back of it, but it has the gold Zeo logo on there, and then it's just a nice little pistol gun, and it comes with a Hasbro effect with like a little blast coming out, so you can just take and pop it onto the end there. But we'll just go ahead and pop it into the holster over here on his right. He then also comes with the Power Pod sword, so a nice little sword that's usually, you know, like extends out and everything, but has a nice gold hilt with again the gold Zeo logo, nice blue handle and everything. And this can go into his holster on the left there, and so that's pretty much exactly the same stuff Rocky came with the blue Zeo that we got. He came with the Power Pod and the laser pistol, but unfortunately the Red Ranger also comes with his power sword, which is Rocky didn't come with his axes. So he comes with this sword, so it's a nice handle here and like a nice hand protector there with a nice red star there for Zeo Red 5, and then again the handle, and then the blade that just comes up and it comes to a little point there on the end of it. So we'll go ahead and stick this into his hand. So there we go, got that in. And so if you want, you can make him dual wield swords, you know, have 2 swords in his hands. That'd be pretty cool with each of those, or put a sword and a gun in his hand, whatever you want to do. But I think it looks pretty cool. I'm glad he did come with his weapon, but like I said, it stinks that Rocky though didn't come with his. I wish they would have done that since they did with this one. Now all of them I think should have it, but it's going to stink if we miss out with Rocky and everything. But that's really it for the Red Zeo Ranger. And finally we have the In Space Yellow Ranger, and so this is pretty cool. So we got these in the Legacy Collection figures, and I know with like especially like the yellow one, for me, I had such a hard time because I could never get the Legacy versions to stand up in the females just because of their legs and everything. This one I still have some issues with, but as you can see, I did get it to stand. It's actually pretty easy. It's just they have such the thin legs and everything for their female characters, and then getting bent up in the box and stuff, so it just kind of makes them all weird. But she is standing, which I'm happy about. But again, it's the Yellow Ranger in her space outfit, so again, they're all going to be pretty standard, just she has the skirt on this time, but she has the yellow helmet on there with like the little window up there that usually they have stuff that can light up in there with like their special abilities. Has the normal visor there, has the little gold like what I call M there and stuff for like the Mega Ranger logo up there on her head, and then just the normal mouth. Then of course her yellow outfit has some gold there around her neck, has the colors there of all the Power Rangers across her chest, white there on her shoulders, white gloves, white belt with the gold M there on her belt, and a holster. Again, the skirting as I mentioned, yellow leggings down to the white boots. So one thing I do notice right away is that the yellow on her arms, I don't know if you can see it, but the yellow paint they used here on her arms is completely different than the rest of her yellow, so it's just kind of really weird and off-putting, like the changes in yellow. But anyways, for her movements, her head can twist all the way around there. She can look down and look up, so she's got really good movements out of all these. Her shoulders come up over 90 degrees there, has the butterfly joint and can rotate around. Then she's got the single elbow joint that has the twist in it as well, and then the wrist that can twist around and flex back and forth. We then have the upper ab crunch and the twist, the lower ab crunch. Her hips come up 90 degrees there and out to the side. She has the thigh twist, double knee joint that comes up only that far, shin twist right at the top of the boot, and then the foot flexes back and forth and twists side to side. So again, her legs are a little bit messed up. They always have what I say like saddle legs, so their legs are always kind of bent out, and then the legs bent in like this because of their packaging and everything. So they just have really like weak knees. You can see like the flexibility back and forth. So that's one thing I hate about the females. They make them so thin, and then the boxes just kind of destroy them and everything. But then for her accessories, so she has 2 grip hands already, but she has an open like flat hand that a lot of the Rangers come with, and then she just has a fist hand. We get her unmasked head here that of course I don't think looks good at all, but it's Tracy Lynn Cruz as the actress, and again I don't think it looks too bad. It doesn't look nearly as bad as it did in like the pictures when these were first shown off. Those pictures looked horrible, so I don't think this looks too bad. It looks, you know, relatively decent because that face looked creepy, but I still again don't think it looks like the actress. But she has a nice haircut and everything and a nice smile and stuff. Again, I don't think it looks horrible. It just doesn't work for the Power Ranger. She also comes with her Astro Blaster, so again the standard weapon for all of the In Space Rangers. So nice blue gun there, has the gold M on it and everything, so nice blaster. We can take and stick into the holster. And then finally she comes with her Star Slinger weapon, which is just like a nice like slingshot or something. And again, very similar to what we saw with the Psycho Ranger, the yellow one. It had a weapon that was about hers and stuff, so it just looked a little bit different. But it's pretty cool. It has this piece back here that we can put into the hand, so it makes it look like she's actually shooting and stuff. And then it also comes with a Hasbro effect here of like actual effects shooting off of it, so we can just take and pop these on. And I like how it really pops on there, so it sticks on and you're not going to worry about it falling off, but then it has, you know, the effect coming out, shooting off whatever it's supposed to be there, so that's pretty cool. So let me see if I can put this into her hand. So there we go, not too unsimilar to like the Pink Rangers and stuff with their bows. So again, doesn't look perfect or anything, but you can make it look like she's actually shooting the stuff off, which I think is pretty cool. So that's going to be it for this Power Rangers Lightning Collection Wave 6 set, where we got the Mighty Morphin Black Ranger, Goldar, Zeo Red, and In Space Yellow. So overall, I think a pretty cool set. I'm happy that we're finishing off our Mighty Morphin Power Ranger with the Black Ranger there, got an updated Goldar, finally got Zeo Red, and then starting our In Space as well. So very cool set overall. Let me know what you thought of them down in the comments down below, and if you enjoyed this video, leave a thumbs up for me. But thank you all for watching. I hope you stay awesome out there, and I'll see you in the next video.